अंधेरा छटेगा, सूरज निकलेगा, कमल खिलेगा।
দুশো 26 क्रॉस করবো 2026-এ।
4 मई के नतीजों के बाद बीजेपी के शपथ ग्रहण समारोह में मुझे आना ही है।
4 তারিখ 12টার পরে কোন জল্লাদের কত ক্ষমতা আর কার দিল্লির বাবা কাকে বাঁচাতে আসে আমি 4 তারিখ দেখব।
पहले चरण में दीदी के गुंडे घर के बाहर नहीं निकले हैं और मैं दीदी के गुंडों को भी कहकर जाता हूं, दूसरे चरण में भी मत निकलना, वरना 5 तारीख के बाद उल्टा लटका कर सीधा करेगा।
और रहा तृणमूल तो फिर मिलेंगे, और रहा तृणमूल तो फिर मिलेंगे।
दीदी टाटा गुड बाय।
So that was the 4th of May, the election results. And amidst the global uncertainty, India has now voted for Vikas. India has voted for governance and has punished those who didn't deliver, regardless of the legacy and the longevity. And nowhere, as what we are now looking at, as far as when it comes to certain predictions by exit polls were concerned, some of them were accurate, some of them, however, gave out a completely different picture. But as far as West Bengal is concerned, ab ki baar 200 par, and that has materialized for the BJP. And how, in a state where it will now form a government for the first time. Addressing party workers yesterday evening at the BJP headquarters in Delhi, Prime Minister Narendra Modi struck the tone of badlav, not badla.
भाजपा ने जितनी सीटें जीती वो महज एक चुनावी आंकड़ा नहीं है, ये उस अड़िग विश्वास की हुंकार है जिसने डर, तुष्टीकरण और हिंसा की राजनीति को जड़ से उखाड़ फेंका है। बीजेपी बंगाल में ऐसा भय मुक्त वातावरण बनाकर दिखाएगी, ये मोदी की गारंटी है। आज जब भाजपा जीती है तो बदला नहीं, बदलाव की बात होनी चाहिए, भय नहीं, भविष्य की बात होनी चाहिए।
So let's talk about the opposition, because this election was also a test for their strength and unity. And within hours of the mandate, the vote chori brigade seems to be back. Rahul Gandhi, interestingly, has now put up a post saying that Assam and Bengal are clear cases of election when it comes to being stolen by the BJP, but he will not mention Kerolam here. Now, with the support of the Election Commission, in the meantime, let's take a look, because now, earlier criticizing Mamata Banerjee as far as the election campaign is concerned, and now Rahul Gandhi seems to have changed his tune. He is now agreeing with Mamata Banerjee, saying that more than 100 seats in Bengal are attempts when it comes to vote chori by the BJP and the Election Commission of India. So here is LOP Rahul Gandhi saying that Assam and Bengal are clear cases of election being stolen by the BJP with the support of the Election Commission, and we agree with Mamata ji. More than 100 seats were stolen in Bengal. We have seen this playbook before, and this is something which Rahul Gandhi continues to mention. What has happened in Madhya Pradesh, what has happened in Haryana in 2024, Maharashtra Lok Sabha 2024, etc. Chunav chori, संस्था चोरी और अब और चारा ही क्या है. So it is now he is saying that this is something which is a given, because where the opposition or regional parties are losing their ground doesn't mean that it is vote chori. Let's connect with Rajesh on this. Rajesh, good morning. A very interesting election results as far as West Bengal is concerned. Mamata Banerjee was out again. She's been making certain claims, and again joining that party is Rahul Gandhi. So a change of tune is something that now we are looking at. Rahul Gandhi during election campaign and Rahul Gandhi after the results.
Absolutely. Not only Congress leader Rahul Gandhi, rather TMC Supremo Mamata Banerjee herself is now blaming Election Commission, and Abhishek Banerjee has also claimed that there was a vote churi, there was a high manipulation in presence of CAPF in the counting centers, and the BJP TMC has also claimed that in several assembly constituencies the winning candidates were not given certificates from the Election Commission, and that was deliberately done by Election Commission as per the version of Trinamool Congress. We have seen Mamata Banerjee came out of her residence at a certain point of time following her own counting agent left from the counting center at Bhawanipur, following which Mamata Banerjee had rushed to the counting center, and she claimed that since her own counting agent is not there, so counting should be put on hold, and she requested the Election Commission to start the counting again from today. But the Election Commission didn't listen to her and clearly stated that that is not really possible, because if someone's agent leaves the counting center, then they can't.
Stay on with us, Rakesh, because we are trying to get more political reactions on this. Bharti Ghoshti is connected with us. Bharti Ghoshti, thank you very much for taking out your time. Can you tell us and help us understand what Rahul Gandhi now is coming out in support of Mamata Banerjee, interestingly saying that there is vote chori that has also happened in Assam and in West Bengal?
What Rahul Gandhi says is not very important, because he's saying it today. If the counting results would have been different, then Rahul Gandhi would not have said what he said. So for Bengal, it is not important, because you can see the joy of the people here. Hundreds of thousands of people have come out in the street celebrating what has happened. It is a decision which has been taken by the people to oust the Mamata Banerjee government, and the Election Commission is a very neutral body, and it is not also possible humanly to have the counting exercise once again, And the decision taken by the people marks the end of an era. As you know, this was an era of appeasement, of fear, of threat, of intimidation, atrocities against women.
Because that seems to be the very case that the Prime Minister has said that bhai nahi bharosa. But Ms. Ghosh, I request you to stay on with us, because Dharmendra Pradhan has in a way also responded to Rahul Gandhi and calling it as a selective outrage. We would like to put that out in focus for our viewers as well, because this is what Dharmendra Pradhan has to say. And talking about Rahul Gandhi, instead of introspection, it seems that there is repeated electoral setbacks that are now coming in the way for the Congress party. So let's take a look exactly what the Union Minister has to say, where he says that LOP Shri Rahul Gandhi's selective outrage is not an argument, and rather going on to say that instead of undertaking introspection after repeated electoral setbacks, Congress has increasingly resorted to questioning to the electoral process whenever outcomes are unfavorable. He goes on to say that when your party wins in Kerala, the same Election Commission becomes credible and independent, but when the results go elsewhere, it becomes compromised and stolen. And this convenience-driven approach has exposed a clear inconsistency in Congress's interpretation of democracy. So, Ms. Ghosh, that seems to be the very point that you have been raising as far as the selective outrage of the Congress is concerned when it wins election and when it loses elections.
It is not only selective outrage, it is non-acceptance of the decision of the people. It is a people's dictum which has always been not accepted by the Congress. Congress has never been able to understand the citizens, their choices, their decisions, and it has always been like this. It has always been. Whenever a decision is against them, they always come out and say that it is compromised. This is nothing important. It should be ignored.
Right. Thank you very much, Ms. Ghosh, for joining us here on the broadcast. Well, that has been the call that is now coming in from the BJP side, saying that why is the Congress resorting to questioning the electoral process whenever the outcomes are not in its favor? And he also, as far as Union Minister Brahmendra Pradhan is concerned, he has also questioned that when the party has won Kerala, as far as part of the UDF is concerned, the same election commission becomes credible and independent, and when the results go elsewhere, it becomes compromised and stolen. But this seems to be, as far as the developments, because this is a result that has nothing been but tectonic, and these are the kind of shifts that have been witnessed, especially in West Bengal, because it has ensured that TMC Supremo Mamata Banerjee loses both her seats as well in the state, and as far as she's enough crying foul, instead of accepting the mandate, Didi is now calling as the result to be immoral. She is alleging that there has been large-scale manipulation and rigging and vote loot in over 100 seats, and blaming the central forces and the system for being in collusion. As far as the blame game is concerned, it continues.
मेरे को पिटाया, मेरे को लात मारा, बीजेपी এরা হচ্ছে দানবিক পার্টি, 100টা সিট লুট করেছে। It's a immoral victory. Whatever election commission has done with the central forces and Prime Minister and Home Minister, it is totally illegal, and we will ask for counter mandate. Look.
Now, the BJP, however, has registered this historic all-time high voting percentage as well. Not only it has retained its strongholds of North Bengal and Southwest Bengal, it has also made significant inroads in erstwhile Trinamool bastions of Kolkata and adjoining districts. And this spectacular victory has been only made possible by an unprecedented consolidation of Hindu votes, and that seems to be the clarion call as far as BJP's, mainly the election campaign, is concerned.
हिंदू के ऊपर अत्याचार किया, हिंदू ने सबक सिखा दिया। ये पूरा हिंदू के ऊपर जितना अत्याचार किया, मालदा, मुर्शिदाबाद, मोथाबाड़ी से लेकर, हिंदू ने पूरा खत्म कर दिया ममता को।